Well, hello YouTube, and happy scary day. Yes, it's Halloween, and something spooky has already happened today. Very weird and bizarre. What happened was, we've got these, at home we've got these Powerline network adapters, which basically carry a network signal over your mains. And for some reason, randomly, today, of all days, one of the Powerline adapters, the bit that plugs into the mains, exploded. And it exploded while I was looking at it. I wasn't actually fiddling with it, I was literally just, it was in my line of sight. I glanced at it for no apparent reason, and it went pop. Only a loud pop with a bright flash. So that was quite scary. It didn't trip any fuses or anything like that, it just knocked itself out. I'm on a mission today to get a replacement set of adapters. And because PC World / Currys are useless and don't really stock very much useful stuff in Littlehampton, I'm having to come all the way over to Worthing to Argos, because we haven't got an Argos in Littlehampton yet. It's a wet ride out to Worthing to get some networking gear. So I thought I shall update you with a vlog while we're out at it. Let's see, what have we got to update? Video competition, still I haven't thought of what we can do for that. I've had a few ideas, but some of them aren't very good. So I would keep thinking, and obviously let you know when I've got an idea that's worth doing. In other news, if you remember from my last vlog, I was on about getting a rear-facing camera. What I think I'd like to do with that is just get some cheap second-hand camera. I don't really want to go out and get a brand new one, because it's not really going to do much other than just sit there facing backwards and recording. So I wonder if there was any recommendations out there for a cheap, maybe slightly older action camera. I did think about getting like another drift, one of the older drifts. But I don't really know what the older ones are like. I know obviously these new ones like the Ghost and stuff are pretty excellent. Obviously I don't want to go out spending another 300 quid on a Ghost when it's only going to sit there facing backwards. So if there's any recommendations out there, please leave me a comment and I'll have a look into them. Doesn't need to be anything too spectacular, just as long as it's got a fairly decent-ish picture quality. Doesn't need to be HD. Or it doesn't even need to have brilliant sound, because I'm not going to use the sound from it, because I'll still use the sound from this. And I think the other reason I was looking at a drift camera as well is because I've got the Drift Ghost on my helmet, and I've got obviously the remote here. I think if you have another drift camera, I don't know if it's just the Ghost or any other drift camera that has remote capabilities, I think you can, if I press the action button on the Drift Ghost remote, I think if you've got the other camera set up to receive remote input, it will also work for the older cameras. I'm not sure if that's true or not. I'm sure I read it somewhere. And I think that will be quite useful. But obviously, doesn't necessarily have to be a drift. The idea is cheap as possible, really, that's suitable for the task at hand. Yeah, so that's that camera. What's next? I think I've come at a bad time. This will be the school run traffic, I bet. It's about 3:30 afternoon. Nice weather for it. Don't think you're back. Oh well, can't get them all. Having been caught out in some of this rain recently, I've discovered that I really need to get some new trousers, because these ones, I had these second-hand. My uncle gave me these when I first started riding, just to sort of keep me going until I went out and got some. But I haven't. I'm still using them, and that was like 5 years ago when he gave them me. So they need replacing, because they're not waterproof anymore. They're still nice and warm, but if it rains, you get the wet crotch syndrome, and that is horrible. It really is. So I need to get some new ones. The waterproof gloves I bought not too long ago, they were supposed to be waterproof. They're only 30 quid, so can't really complain. But yeah, they're supposed to be waterproof, and I suppose they are in sort of general average rainfall. But I got caught out in a really heavy downpour, and they got absolutely soaked. And they don't dry up quick either. They stink at the minute. So it's not these ones. These are my summer gloves. So I need to get them washed out, get the smell out of them, and then get them dry before I can start using them again. And obviously it's getting colder now, and it will be really they'll be really useful now to keep my hands warm. But today it's not too bad. Which way? Oh, hang on. I've come the wrong way into town. I want to be the other side. Not to worry, we'll get a way round. Pick a space, any space. Let's go next to that Bergman. My legs aren't long enough for that. The seagull has landed. Right, this is what I've got, just a cheap set of TP-Link ones. Plug and play. So we'll see how these are when we get back. Right, let's go back and try these HomePlugs out. So yeah, Powerline adapters, also known as HomePlugs. If you don't know what they are, basically they're like a plug socket that you plug into the wall, and it's got a network connection on the bottom of it. So basically you can run a network over your mains. Generally, as long as what you want to use them on are all on the same ring main, you shouldn't have any problems with them, although sometimes people do. 30 quid, plug them in and go. So yeah, you plug one end in where your router would go, and then the other end into your computer or whatever you want to be plugging into it. So it's handy if you just don't want to mess around with running cables, or if you've not got a very good Wi-Fi signal, which is my case. Yep, this is another one of my videos featuring Worthing Seafront when it's wet and miserable. I promise I will do one when it's nice and sunny. In the summer, I'll do a proper seaside tour type of video. Because, yeah, in the nice weather, it is really nice around here. But yeah, when it's like this, it's just like, yeah, doesn't look as good as it's cracked up to be. It's gone dark all of a sudden. That pillock ran a yellow light. This one here. You bastard. Anyway, ride safe. I'll see you next time, and yeah, have a good Halloween or whatever. Yeah, whatever day it is. It's Halloween today. I'm recording this, but by the time it gets up on YouTube, it might be halfway through November for all I know. Ta-da! See you next time.